We're back for day 3, video 4 of this year's Spring Fours. We are through to round 5. We are now outlasted way more than half the teams. And we've been drawn against Ben Greenfield King, Sally Brook and Barry Myers. And we've just played the first set. We've not done very well at all. It's probably our worst set collectively this weekend, I think. And this might be a style thing, and Andy believes she's right and I believe I'm right. We're not arguing about it, we're just saying it's just a difference of opinions. So I'm just going to give you the auction. It goes pass, 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 and the hand on your left opens one club in fourth. Your partner has passed on over, calls a spade. You take out double, this will be on the screen, take out double. You show a good raise in spades. I mean, you were past hand, but you know, you got to allow partner to compete to 3 spades when it's right. So I showed a good raise in spades, and the next hand passes. Partner signs off in 2 spades, and the hand in between bids 3 clubs. Pass, pass, double. What is double? And I'm just going to ask without showing you my hand. Now, sometimes you can work it out from your hand, but I couldn't at the time work out what the double was. What is double here? So one of us thinks it's takeout, one of us thinks it's penalties, and the person who thinks it's takeout because everything's takeout, and the person who thinks it's penalties thinks it's penalties because it can't be takeout. You've been supported a suit, you both passed hands, and you're vulnerable. Like what suit are you taking it into? You already know you've got at least an 8-card spade for it. So I almost passed instantly. Andy thinks it's takeout, I think it's penalties, and obviously Andy was the one that double. I almost passed instantly, and then I put out, before I actually pulled out of the box, I sat and thought, I'm thinking, can this be penalties? I'm like, yeah, partner could have ace, queen, jack, X of clubs, or there's room for her to have 5 clubs. I think it's very unlikely to have 5 clubs if you just try and work out what the other people in the table have to have for the bidding so far. But I think it's possible she's got 4 clubs. If she's got ace, queen, jack, X of clubs, I have 10X, so the 10's actually relevant. And the other danger of running is 3 spades is 2 passed hands, vulnerable, might go for 500. There was that chance actually. I don't know how cheap 3 spades is. We lose 2 clubs. Got a lot. I don't know how good your spades are. I've got jack to 4.
10, 9, 8, 8.
Okay, so we lose 1 spade. Hearts on side, isn't it? So maybe 3 spades is close. But if we get doubled in that, maybe there are times when that goes for 500 as well. So I thought about it and passed, and you know, minus 470 later, we can't touch it, I don't think. I'm going to give 1 in a second. I'll give 1. That's Dan Mack. He's the cheeky chappy who just looks at the hand records and tells everyone what they should have done. That's him. He's in the same event as well. He's qualified for this event. But I think as it stands, based on our first set, we're probably not going to play him. But we'll see. We will see. You have this suit in isolation. You've got ace, queen, 10, 9 to 6, opposite a singleton. And you have to play this suit for the most number of tricks. You're in no trumps, so there's no roughing it out, and they're not trumps or anything. Effectively, you can think of it as no trumps, or this is a trump suit, or something like that. And you're trying to make the most number of tricks, or the fewest losers, whichever round you want to think about it. What's the best technical play? Now, obviously, there's several lines. You could just lead out the ace, you could lead out the queen, you could play ace, 10, queen, ace, 10, 10, ace, 10, small, or you could take some finesses. And well, finesses are clearly the way to go. Finessing is the best bet, and it's a classic-ish technical suit combination thing. When you take the finesse, if they're 3-3, it's a guess. You play 1 to the queen, and if the king's on side, you can play ace and another and clear them. If you play 1 to the 10 and the jack's on side, you can play ace and queen and clear them, wherever the king is. So if they're 3-3, it's a 50-50 guess. So what you need to consider is if they're 4-2, what combinations can you pick? And because you haven't got the 8 or the 7, whichever one you need, singles and jacks not in a consideration, Because if someone has a singleton jack, you've still got two losers. So it's just the 4-2 breaks you need to consider, and whether playing 1 to the queen or 1 to the 10 is better. And for a very, very slight extra chance, playing 1 to the queen is better. You can pick up king doubleton on sides by playing either. You can pick up jack doubleton on side by playing either. You can't pick up king doubleton offside by playing either, but you can pick up jack doubleton offside by playing the queen. So there are the combinations of the honours that you're missing. If obviously if king jack to 4 on side, there's nothing you can do. Or if there's king jack to 4 offside, there's nothing you can do. But the ones that matter are the honour doubletons, and playing 1 to the queen is slightly better. I'm afraid we also got that one wrong. And so although we can make 2n, we end up going 2 off, because it is the miracle once in 10, 15 hand distribution where it's jack doubleton offside. Jack doubleton onside, it doesn't matter what you do. But jack doubleton offside, you have to play 1 to the queen. So if you are a suit combination maestro, you'd have got that right, but we did not. So I think that's another swing out. If we're down by less than 20, I'll be happy, I think. I don't think we've got a good card at all. Have we, Andy?
Nope.
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 Nope. Our worst set of the weekend, probably. The opponent's played my partner a good compliment there. You get to 5 spades on this hand. There's your hand. Your partner opens a heart. You bid a spade. The next hand on your left bids 2n, both minors. Your partner passes. The hand on your right jumps to 5 clubs. You elect to bid 5 spades. And there ends the auction. They lead the king of clubs. And he goes small, 2 small. So they cash their 1 club trick that they're allowed. And then they switch to the 2 of diamonds. Guess time. What do you do? Well, the person to your left is Andy, and the person to your right is Steve. Now, the way these are going to go, dummy goes down, the defence is going to know that they need 2 diamond tricks. If if their partner's not got the ace of hearts, for example, when dummy goes down, you're going to need 2 diamond tricks. So, a trick 1, they're going to signal a diamond with the ace or the queen. And at trick 2, they're going to underlead the ace or they're going to lead from the queen. You've just got a 50-50 guess. And I think it shows a compliment to your opponent when they fly king and they're playing for them to have underled the ace. And they had. So well done, Andy, for underleading her queen. But yeah, it's a bit of a guess. Yeah, it's a bit of a guess, so it's 50-50 guess.
We haven't got much on
But yeah, so that was good, and it sounds like teammates have just sat down, made 5 spades, or made 4 spades, or whatever. So that's probably our only swing in. But we had a much better set this time. We're still within like 40 or something, so we're still going to continue to play. But we're about to score up, and I will let you know what the arrears is. So we're going into set 3 and we're significantly down in the match. I can't remember the exact imp total because it's quite a way away, but somewhere between 40 and 50 imps down after 2 sets, but let's say 50. So Andy gets to 3 no trumps with this hand, and we'll just go through the bidding a bit. You open a heart, second in, vulnerable. Why are we doing this? Well, we're 50 imps down. So Andy and I had a quick chat, not as a team, but as a pair. We said we're going to try and swing some back here, because even if we just tie this set, being 50 down with 8 to play against a good team, probably going to be a very odds against chance of us getting back in the match. So we didn't discuss how we're going to swing, because obviously then you have some UI, but we said, well, let's push the boat out a bit. So Andy opens a heart with a 10 count. It's an okay 10 count. It's got 2 aces. Hearts are okay, but it's a 10 count, so it's going to be anti-field. And your partner bids 2 clubs. Your agreement here is 2 hearts of show, 6 here. Therefore, you have to bid 2 no trumps to show, 12 to 14 in a balanced hand. And partner bids 3 no trumps. And they lead the 10 of diamonds. Now, on the same board, partner's also swinging it. So I responded 2 clubs on jack to 3 because I don't want a club lead. it looks like from my hand we're going to get to 3N unless partner can repeat her hearts. And so on the same hand, we've both gone out there. So we get to this scene of trumps, or at least Andy does, and we're probably not in the contract that the other table's going to get to because we've overbid a bit. I mean, I've got a game force, but Andy hasn't got an opening bid. So maybe the other table finish up in like 1N or 2 hearts or some sort of part score. So there's a chance for a gain here if we can do this. And they've led the 10 of diamonds, and they're going to lead this from Queen 10-9 or 10-9x or 10 doubleton. So we don't know whether it's not promising or denying the queen when they lead the 10 here. And both of them take a look when dummy went down and they go, what was the bidding again? Both of them do. What was the bidding again? So we told them what the bidding was, and then they look funny. We've put them off clearly. Well, at least I have, and they don't know Andy's got a 10 count here. So Andy's now got to play this. So how many tricks has she got? She's got not many. She's got off the top 4 top tricks. We've got ace, king of diamonds, and 2 aces. So we've got 4 tricks off the top. You can set up 2 spade tricks and get to 6 tricks, but we need 3 more tricks from somewhere. Now, where could they come from? Well, it could be that the queen of diamonds is on side and diamonds are 3-3, and now we've got 9 tricks. If you play the jack of diamonds at trick 1, or maybe the ace of diamonds at trick 1 and take a finesse later, we can set up, 4 diamond tricks. 5 diamond tricks total, and we're going to make 5 diamonds, ace, ace, and 2 spades. So if it's queen to 3 with the queen on side, we've got 9 tricks, assuming we can knock out the ace of spades before they get something going. But they might not have layered a diamond from that holding. Queen third, it would have to be specifically queen 10-9, so that seems a bit unlikely. So the other possibility is you set up some heart tricks. Now, how many heart tricks do you need to set up? Well, if one of the heart honours is on side and hearts are 3-3, you're going to make 4 hearts, as well as the ace, king of diamonds, the ace of clubs, and 2 spades. So again, you're going to make it because you can set up enough heart tricks to get you to 9 tricks. So Andy rejected the diamond finesse at trick 1, and she can always take it later if she feels she needs to do it, if it's the only way to make the contract. And she ran the jack of hearts. Now, because they're a bit flustered still, obviously, they've been put off. There's an air of uncertainty. It looks like I've psyched and, it hasn't really punished them. Do they switch to a club now? Do they not? They end up playing a spade. They play the 9 of spades. So what's going on now? Well, you've got king, jack, queen 10 between the 2 hands. So the 9 of spades is probably top of nothing. Maybe West is switching from 2 or 3 small spades, hoping their partner's got some of the ace, queen 10, useful enough spade holdings. Maybe West has got 9, 8x and maybe can lead another spade through later. So we play the jack, East encourages, and we let the jack hold because we want to be in dummy to repeat the heart finesse. So we repeat the heart finesse and it loses. So now we haven't got 9 tricks without making another trick from somewhere. And where's the only suit that the other trick can come from? It can only realistically be diamonds. But the good news is we don't need queen to 3 diamonds. We just need the queen on side to make another diamond trick. So they play another spade. We kind of want to win this in our hand so that we don't have to waste the ace of clubs to get back to our heart. So we're going to play low. East foils the plan, ace of spades, and plays a spade. So someone's got the last spade left, and so far we've lost 3 tricks, and so far we've made 3 tricks. So how many more tricks have we got? We've got the ace of clubs gets us to 4, we've got 3 hearts gets us to 7, and we've got the king of diamonds gets us to 8. So we can potentially make 9 tricks with a diamond finesse. So what do we do? Well, we have to cash these hearts. So the only entry back to our hand is the ace of clubs. We could duck a club. It loses some options if you duck a club, because if you duck a club, they might cash a spade and you go off. So you can't afford to duck a club. So the other thing, if you duck a club and they can't cash a spade because the wrong hand wins it, they'll just play a club back and you're in the same boat. So Andy kept her options open. She played a club to the 10 and ace and 6, and she went heart, throwing a club away. East had only 2 hearts to start with, so West had king, queen to 4, and another heart, throwing a diamond away, and a last heart, throwing a diamond away. Now East throws the 13th spade away. So what's going on now? Well, you've got 2 options now. You can take the diamond finesse, or you can end play East in clubs. Now we're playing against top level players. We're playing against Sally and Barry. They're pretty good. So what line should you take? Should you just play a diamond to the jack, and that just relies on Barry of leading initially from queen to 3 or queen to 4 diamonds. We don't have a count on the diamonds because no one's thrown one away. Or do we play a club? And the club's going to gain 50% of the time when East has got the king and the guarded queen of diamonds. But it doesn't work when West has the king of clubs or when someone's kept king and queen of clubs. So what do you think you should do? Well, if they're top level players, they might have jettisoned the king of clubs. So for example, East might see the end play looming with queen X of diamonds and the stiff king of clubs, if that is the case. And because they're good players, they might think, I'll jettison the king. And that's what Andy thought. Oh, they're pretty good. If the end play's there, they probably would have worked out to unblock the king of clubs. And Andy just took a diamond finesse. So it goes diamond, small, jack, queen, and Andy went one off. They had to give her the king of diamonds at the end, but they can cash a club. So if we just go back to the situation here, with the whole hand in sight, you can see that the end play will work. Now, why might it be slightly more odds on to get the end play right? So obviously, West could probably be signalling clubs. I can't remember the exact order they played the cards in, but let's say he played the 9 of spades, then the 2 of spades. That's probably a signal for clubs or something. And why might East not have jettisoned the king of clubs? Well, because Andy's opened the bidding. I don't think Andy considered the fact that she had a 10 count at the point where she rejected the finesse. Now, because Andy's opened the bidding, from East's point of view, she's marked with the queen of clubs. Because where's her points? So from East's point of view, throwing the king of clubs away is foolish because then Andy just cashes her 9 tricks. But she makes the queen of clubs and the king of diamonds. So what East is doing as a top player is giving Andy a guess. Is the end play going to work or does she take a finesse? Whereas if East throws the king of clubs away and partner hasn't got the queen, which is unlikely because of Andy's opening bid, East will have done the wrong thing if that's the case. So this was a hand where we could have gained some imps in. We could have gained like 9 imps in. As it was, we lost 5. They were in like one end making 7 or 8 at the other table, and Andy's making 8 in 3M. And so we lose another 5 imps. And at the end of this match, we ended up conceding with a set to spare. So I didn't film a wrap-up. So that's the end of this match. It was we started with a whimper and we finished with a whimper, and was a whimper in the middle. So yeah, we were thoroughly beaten. Well done to that team, and let's hope they go on further and further. And we can say we lost to someone who did very well in the whole event. So that's the goal. The next video you see will be the Hamilton Cup, which is a one-day Swiss team, so everyone is out of all the other events. We've lasted long enough in the main event that we don't get to qualify for the punch bowl, which is kind of what you want to be. You don't want to be in the punch bowl because it means you've lost too early in the main event. So we reached round 5, I think, or something, 5 or 6, I can't remember. I think it was round 5. Which is roughly usually my peak performance in this event. So to the next video, you'll see the Hamilton Cup, which is just a one-day Swiss teams, and we'll do what we can. I've come second in that before, and Matt Brown last year won it. So let's see if either of us can repeat or beat our previous performance. But that's it for now, and I'll see you in the next video.